Hey, welcome back. I'm It's Me Serial, and this video is just going to be a bit of a recap from some of my games from yesterday on stream. This is the entirety of the Task 1 grind for the Mig 25. I did it all in one sitting. I tried a variety of vehicles like the A2D, the F89B, the F80C, the SU11. I think I played a game in the Mig 15-ish. I played a couple games in the Thai Alpha Jet. But I settled on the Fireball in the end because I was just having terrible matchmaker in the jets. I was getting pretty much constant up tiers. And I fell in love with this little thing when I was making the first video I made on this thing, so I think I ended up playing something like 18 or 19 games in total. I think I played like 14 or 13 in this thing to finish the task. It was kind of a long grind, and yes, you see in the background I'm flying without a wing. I dove a little too fast because I wasn't paying attention, being a little silly, and I just included this clip because I thought it was pretty funny. This thing flies really well with just one wing as long as you don't turn in the direction of the missing wing. You can see right here I'm turning pretty sharp, pretty okay for, you know, missing a wing in a prop. But yeah, this video is just a couple of the highlights from the games that I played yesterday. None of them were too incredible because I was going for a couple early kills to try and get some early score, and then I basically just ground pounded because it's the easiest way to get score. I just refuse to do any base bombing because I find that extremely boring. But yeah, I'll be playing these games live on twitch.tv/itsmeserial if you want to come by and hang out. There's cool music, cool people. The games are usually a bit more entertaining when I'm talking in person, but you know, it is what it is. These games aren't like super spectacular, like I said. It's just me having fun, just kind of fragging and then going for ground targets. Overall, this event is going to absolutely numb my mind because this was, like I said, not counting the time where I was playing aircraft that don't work for the event, probably about 3.5 hours. And I'm also going to be trying for the tanks, so if you join my stream today, after this video goes live, I will be playing tanks more than likely, because I have no need to play aircraft today, but if my friend joins me, we'll see. But yeah, and this is also just a little extra highlight reel for the Fireball because I feel like I did a pretty good job of showing how it plays in the Fireball video that I made, but I feel like this video is also just a bit more like quick paced how the Fireball plays, because in down tiers this thing is kind of a monster. In up tiers it does struggle a bit, like the Focke-Wulf D9 for example. It's just way better than this thing at altitude, so they're kind of a pain to deal with. You have things like Yak 3s are also kind of painful. Spitfires, for example, you can just dive away from, or just go in a straight line and get away from. Basically anything you can get away from in a straight line, except for like the D9 at altitude. That thing will probably catch you, but this thing is just a little frag bus. It does kind of struggle with 450 cals, like I said in that video, but it is what it is. We just live with what we got. From this first game, I got 3,056 score. I got 4 kills, 2 AI kills for air targets, and then some ground target kills. That's all you really need to do. 2 of those kills, I think, in that game were severe damage finished offs. The other 2 were actual kills of mine. And in this game, you just see I'm going to be killing some people that aren't really paying attention, like that Focke-Wulf, or this Focke-Wulf coming up. The guy that I killed before in the BF-109, he didn't really know I was there. This guy, I get the sphere, I see he's on fire. I know he's already dead. I don't commit any further, don't need to. And now that I've killed that first little Focke-Wulf, I see that there's another Focke-Wulf coming for me, and normally, if I wasn't just going for score, I would not turn for this guy and take the head on, but I do because I'm just really going for quick score, and if I die, then I go next. It is what it is. I'm not really going for the best, like, kill-death ratio. I'm not going for stats. I'm not going for high kill games. I'm just going for score quickly. And I end up surviving the head on with the Focke-Wulf, which is no big deal. It can't beat me in a turf fight. I end up missing because I suck. Teammate ends up finishing him off. It is what it is. There's 2 more targets down beneath me. And I go for the LA7. Should be a pretty easy kill. He's going slow on the deck. So I just dive on him. I'm going pretty quick, going about 370. I don't know why. I can't get this thing up to 400 like I did in the previous video. Ever since I played those games, I can't get this thing to do that in a straight line anymore. The highest I get it up to is about 370. And I was afraid that BF-109 was going to go point down for me and head on, but bro is extremely tunnel visioned, and so is the LA7. So I just turn around very quickly, shoot his pilot, get the free kill, and then start diving on the LA7. I don't remember if I get to him in time or not. I don't think I do, because there's a bunch of teammates around. And then this game I end up finishing the game out by just ground pounding. I cut it out because it's boring to look at. But yeah, that's pretty much how I spent these games. It's just fragging. If I die in a head-on, I die in a head-on. I just go next. It's quick score. Or if I survive and the game's pretty much almost over and there's only a couple guys alive, usually I'll just ignore them and go ground pound because it's just free score. If I wasn't going for score, I would totally just ignore ground targets and just go straight for the kills. Just showing up the finish of the game here. Another almost 3,000 score game. I had quite a few high scoring games, so I did finish this pretty quickly, all things considered. If I was base bombing or if I was just ground attacking and like a wyvern just instantly going for ground targets, I probably could have done this quicker, but I just don't find that fun. So yeah, here's the rewards. On to the next game. This is the last game that I'm going to be showing. Like I said, it's going to be a quick video. This game will be a little bit longer. I have a little bit more to show. It's not all that exciting. This is the final game where I get the task done, and I get, I think, 1 kill and a few assists and some ground targets, but something funny does kind of happen in the middle of this game. So, yeah, we'll see. Right now I'm just flying in, trying to pick what target I want to go for. I just got done going for a PE8, didn't get anything major damage to it, but I don't want to stick around. Those things tail guns are kind of scary to me, so I just leave them alone after the first pass. You see me looking down, I'm looking at the LA7 and the I-185. I am considering going for them. I'm also kind of looking at the 0, but I see my teammate diving on him. I see the I-185 has nobody behind him, so I'm like, alright, well that's what I'm going to go for. So I start diving, and I have my mech on, because I play the game with one hand. I don't have the mech toggle key on my mouse, so I would have to reach over to my keyboard, and I was afraid of ripping. So I couldn't throttle 0 to make sure I don't rip, so I'm just going back and forth to bleed off a little speed, end up overspeeding a little bit anyways. Don't rip the wings, it's fine. But I'm too compressed to land the shot. And this thing's flaps are extremely strong. You saw me drop the flaps. I have never ripped the flaps off on this thing. The combat flaps are basically indestructible, and the other flap... I don't want to talk about that aim. The combat flaps are basically indestructible. The landing flaps and the takeoff flaps are also pretty strong, but I tend not to use them at higher speeds unless I'm already turning really hard. But at lower speeds, those flaps are actually really, really strong. So I would suggest using them somewhat frugally, but using them if you're in a fight where you need to kill the person quickly, because they are extremely powerful tools. I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to frag out. I'm not really trying to play very well. I'm going real slow, making myself an easy target. I'm not really looking around for other people. I do now, but I'm not really worried if I die or not. I'm just going for as much score as quickly as possible. That's pretty much the name of the game with these events, is just not really caring about your stats, just going specifically for score. Unless you're willing to sit down for 8 hours a day and make this game a job, which I am not. Some more terrible aim, but I am also trying to avoid shooting / ramming teammates, so yeah. That's not an excuse though, my aim is just bad. I think I end up with another assist on that guy, yes I do. Start going for the 185. He's kind of ignoring us, he's kind of doing something similar. He's going for AI targets with 3 teammates shooting at him. You know, his choice. I end up getting a crit. I don't think I get this kill. I'm pretty sure I get an assist here as well, because I can't aim to save my life in props. Oh no, I do get the kill, I get the severe, so I get like 2 kills this game then. But yeah, so now that I got that kill, there's nobody really around, so I'm just gonna go ground pound. And yeah, something funny happens here. I have 9 rounds, so I'm like, alright, I need to make sure these hit, and oops, there goes my prop. Luckily though, I'm in the fireball. I can still make it home on this with just the jet. It's just barely above stalling though, so if this happens on a higher altitude map, good luck. You're just gonna crash. There's nothing more to it. You will not have the speed or the energy to get anywhere unless you already have speed. That XP50 had a bit of a stylish landing. He thinks he's in Tokyo because he starts drifting, and he does a cool little cartwheel, but he lives. He gets to repair. Good on him. I end up preparing. The last guy is the PE8 that I didn't kill in the beginning of the match, and my friendly Piermirski is very liberal in just staying on his tail. He doesn't even bother trying to dodge the tail guns, and he gets lasered very hard. Don't sit behind the PE8. It has 20 mil tail guns. Very scary. I don't know how many. I don't remember what type they are. I don't know if they're Shivaks or another type, but they will kill you very quickly. That's why you see me, I'm flying as far below him as I can. He can shoot at me from that range. I don't know why he wasn't. That's why I keep looking up at him, is to make sure he's not shooting at me. Really, I should just keep looking up at him, but I'm making sure I'm not hitting the ground because I don't trust myself. And when I'm directly below him, I just go up and start lasering. This is the last guy alive, so I'm not really worried about getting shot down. I already have my score for the game. So if I kill him, I kill him. If I don't, I don't. Doesn't matter. I do end up killing him. Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, and if you find yourself watching my videos more commonly, feel free to subscribe. It would warm my heart for this Christmas.